Hello everyone, and welcome to the 26th session of the Devouring Dark. It's only going to be the two who are currently present today. Let's see, so to recap what happened last time a little bit, just to refresh in everybody's minds. Last time, Avery and forget his name every time. Avery and Ost's room was broken into, and they captured the intruder, and the intruder turned out to be a goblin who was after a particular item that was in Avery's possession. Then they went to, they interrogated him a little bit, and he told them where their location was, their base, the goblinoid base was. And they went to the goblinoid base and they raided it in a rather, well, they managed to stealth kill anything that was in their way for quite a while. For like half the session was them stealth killing stuff. So they managed to stealth in, get the documents that were there, and stole some random pieces of treasure. I'm not exactly 100%. Yeah, you killed the leader of their group. I'm not exactly. It was quite quick, so I didn't get a chance to memorize everything that you guys stole, but you guys should have that in your inventories.
Yeah, I'm looking way more fancy than I did earlier.
And you got the goblin was being kidnapped, so you guys managed to take care of that situation, and you guys fled after Thranen was knocked unconscious, and then managed to just barely eke out that he revived himself with 1 hit point, and he knocked out the guy who was apparently dragging him somewhere, trying to capture him maybe, but he knocked him out and managed to escape the camp, and you guys went back to the bar, and Avery is going to be joining this goblinoid on an adventure to try to figure out what these men in cloaks are all about. So other than that, we're starting back at the bar. Everybody's there. Let's see. Avery just nonchalantly said that he is going to go investigate the with the goblin to see where these men in cloaks might be. But other than that, there is not too much.
So is he leaving the tavern?
Yes, he's leaving. At the moment, at least. He's just about to leave.
I'll stop.
Did you want to ask him something?
Yeah, I'll stop him.
Alright. So he turns around. You needed something?
You wouldn't by any chance happen to might want to sell your bag of holding? Or trade?
Well, it does hold most of my stuff.
You can take your stuff.
What do you want for it?
I'll offer him 100 gold pieces.
Well, I do need money to get stuff for my alchemy. He seems to be considering it. Do you have anything else that you want to give him to sweeten it? But other than that, he's going to think on that for a little bit.
I also have this quill of arrows. It has 20 dark iron arrows.
Perhaps I could sell that. All right, fine. He starts taking stuff out of it, and he's like, I don't have a backpack. Do you mind trading a backpack for it?
Yeah, sure. So I handed my backpack after I get my stuff, of course.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just say that over the next about 10 minutes, you guys do your trading and stuff. I'm gonna look in Avery's possessions and see what he would leave in there.
Okay.
So if there's anything else that you guys want to be doing, you guys can be doing that. Ost can be asking or talking about some other stuff if you guys want to.
Just hanging out.
Alrighty. Just give me a second. Okay, so he's gonna take all this stuff that's on his list here. So, the rations that you guys said that you wanted to keep, those are still in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, he doesn't have anything that he wouldn't want to keep.
I also asked him how much for a bomb. I've seen you carry them around.
He raises an eyebrow. I'll just toss you one of those for free. How about that? So one of the bombs is in his bag of holding. He's gonna leave it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'm just looking for the stuff, and it doesn't look like there's anything. Unless if you just want an extra dagger, but other than that, he doesn't have
I have
anything.
plenty of daggers currently. I have a vest of 25 jewel daggers.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, so for Ost's sake, since his player wasn't here, they went through the chests that were in the the main bugbear's tent, and there was a bunch of jeweled weaponry in there, and they stole a bunch of it. So
did anyone?
Sorry.
Did anyone check to see if it was cursed or magical weapons?
No.
They didn't check that. They used some of them actually. In the fight that they were trying to escape, and they don't seem, the weapons that they use don't seem to have been strange in any way, but the ones that they haven't used, they haven't checked yet.
Okay.
The GM just got an idea.
Well, you guys haven't checked them yet, but the ones that they did use, they didn't seem strange in any way, so those ones seem clean.
Oh yeah, I asked you, what languages do you speak?
Languages, did I put that at the top? I usually put that at the top.
It's probably in the bottom left in your Roll20.
Oh,
or
yes.
That's where I put it at least.
Common, dwarf, elf, halfling, orc, draconic, and sylvan.
Okay. I hand you some papers. That's the papers I picked up yesterday. Can she read them? I assume they're in Goblin, but...
Yeah, those are all in Goblin.
They're all Goblin?
Yeah. Most of the papers Avery has, because they're actually relevant to leading him to where he needs to go. He's going to be taking most of those with him.
I'll remove the various goblinoid texts then.
All right. Those are They're mostly just Avery can tell you, but most of them are just information about like deals that they made with these mysterious men in cloaks, and some of the other ones are just random personal letters that seem to be connected to the goblins in some way, but they're not too important for you guys anyway, because you guys are not going to be going after the men in cloaks, at least at the moment, unless if you guys want to do that, but otherwise it doesn't seem too important.
And what is... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What does my character know about the men in red cloaks? Like, just that they're doing dealings? Yeah.
The men in cloaks, those are the ones that killed your research associate.
Oh, yeah. The half-orc.
They ordered the... Yeah.
Okay.
The half-orc. Yeah, they seem to have ordered those goblinoids that are currently stuck under the city, and
okay.
They ordered them to kill him and steal his stuff. But apparently they didn't succeed in stealing the golden sword, which apparently was useful to these men in cloaks somehow. But the golden sword is currently in Avery's possession, so he's going to keep that with him. And he's going to look into them. He's going to keep track of... he's going to try to get to where their little base type thing is. There's like a little enclave of these men in cloaks that is close by in the city, so he's going to look into them for now.
Have we noticed that they're a specific race, or?
The men in cloaks, they're pretty shady. They don't seem to... they only refer to themselves as the men in cloaks. They don't seem to give any specific names. They just, if they're referring to a specific person, they'll say, like, this particular man in cloak, or they sort of try to shroud it in saying it's a man in cloak, or in a cloak, or what have you. They don't give any specific names or races. They just say the one that you've met, or things like that. They don't refer to themselves in names or anything. And it seems as though, I may have forgotten to say this last time, but it's fine. We'll just bring it up this time. The one that you two were following, seems like it was a goblinoid of some sort, because that was who they sent over, and they were coming back. So you guys were following whoever it was that assassinated him, so it was probably a goblinoid of some sort. So, unfortunately, that led to the goblinoid camp, so you don't have any other information. That was sort of a dead end, but you guys managed to get some information towards them, so you guys are Avery, at least, is going to go with this goblin that he recruited. The goblin seemed impressed with his fighting capabilities, so he's going to join him. So he's not going alone. He's going with the goblin.
All right.
So
let's go kill things.
All right. So you guys are currently in the bar. Thranen is there if you need to talk to him. And there's the barkeep, who seems to be connected to Paper Tongue, who tends to be in the back. It's afternoon, so you guys haven't rested or anything yet. So if you want to do that, you can.
So Howler, he doesn't see any reason to stick around in this town any longer, so he would suggest they leave at dawn.
All right.
Okay.
Unless
fair
you
enough.
want to stay and deal with them, then you would have to say it.
I have no good reason to stay.
Okay.
At this moment, anyway.
All right. Thranen is at 1 hit point still, so he would want to at least rest before you guys do anything.
Yeah, I was suggesting we leave at the 1.
Okay, so it's still afternoon, so if you two have anything that you guys want to do in the meantime, you guys can do that. I'm just gonna... Let's see. Thranen is probably just gonna spend his time repairing himself, and then making some bullets. Unless if you guys want to actually go somewhere.
Are there any libraries or anything like that in town?
There was one that you went to before to figure out a reference for the elemental being that you guys were interested in. So there's that place if you want to go there.
Sure.
All right. So what specifically are you looking for?
I don't know. Anything on ancient orders or something about the red cloak guys? Maybe they evolved from another order or split.
All right. So they don't have a specific color, so I don't know where you got red cloaks from, but
I don't know why I said red
they're
cloak
just
either.
men in cloaks.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. They're called the men in cloaks. So you're looking for information on that. I'll get you to make an investigation check if you're looking for specific information on them.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, there are some references to them, but it's very vague. It seems like everything that's related to them, they just refer to themselves as the men in cloaks, and it doesn't seem like any authors have been able to find too much history on them, at least in the books that you're looking in.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to look for?
That's about it.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the authors, at least that you're reading, have anything too interesting to say about them, other than that they tend to be. They're sort of like what in our world conspiracy theorists would say the Illuminati is. They're sort of like most people don't even believe that they exist. But they seem to be trying to manipulate certain things to make sure that things go their way. And they like to gather secrets and information in that regard and make sure that it's only them that has it, so that way they can try to manipulate to their will. But other than that, there isn't too much information on them.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm just going to throw a few bullets on Mr. Thranen's thing. Howler, do you want to do anything?
I guess they wouldn't have heard news from outside the city because of the bubble.
Yeah, they wouldn't know too much outside.
I guess I'll ask Tordek what he's planning to do now. Because the assassin guild is not here anymore.
Yeah, Torek, he sort of raises an eyebrow at you and he says, "Well, it was your guys' idea to come here. Didn't you guys have a goal here that you wanted to accomplish?"
We were just looking for your guild.
And here I was thinking that you guys were looking for an airship.
I mean, an airship would be pretty cool. I'll say,
Well,
yeah, let's go find one. That sounds like a great idea. I mean, I came up with
alright,
it after all.
well, let's find Zilch. She was looking for some information on that, wasn't she?
I can't even remember.
He nods. Well, that's what I remember anyway. If
So
you
I'll
want
go
to do
find
that.
the Oust to tell you about our plan to find an airship.
Alright, so Oz told you that she was, or he was just going to be. It's a sort of like a what's the word? It's a library of sorts, but it's a bigger word that I'm thinking of, but I can't think of it. So it's like a large library that is like for referencing different things that people that have gathered different books, like first editions of books, usually end up there, so that way people can reference them, that sort of thing. So you guys end up going there. And did you want Thrainen to come with you, or do you want him to just focus on repairing himself and getting those bullets and stuff?
He can just get these bullets. It's fine.
All right, so he'll stay in the bar, in that room that you guys have in the bar. He'll stay there for the moment, at least. All right, because he only has 1 HP, and Warforged have a hard time healing themselves, so he actually has to spend time focusing on repairing himself in order to get those things fixed. So he'll stay there. Toric, Zill, Zill is going to would have returned during the time that you guys. Actually, she was gone during most of the day, and she didn't. Most of the day, the other day, and she didn't actually report into you guys. So you can talk to her if you want. You can just tell her that you guys are gonna go get Ost, and you guys can discuss it in the library if you want.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you guys head over to the library. Okay, so one of the library employees just sees you guys, and then you just sort of say, "We're looking for Ost," and then he leads you to where Ost is sitting. Ost is just sitting at a table that is just in an open area with a bunch of bookshelves all around it. Stereotypical library stuff. So Ost is just sitting there looking at a book. And for Ost, just so that way you have a point of reference for to start role playing with everybody, the book that you're currently looking through is completely unhelpful. It's a conspiracy book that seems to be linking all the troubles that this person in their life is having to basically the Illuminati sort of situation. The men in cloaks, they just blame that the crops fail and that their dog died on the Illuminati, that sort of situation. So it's not too helpful, but you're leafing through it. So Howler and the rest of them are approaching the table. You notice them.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, hello. We were gonna go look for an airship. Do you wanna come?
Sure. I can't find any stuff about the men in the cloaks.
Well, I have a cloak you could borrow. I had one of my cloaks. It's way too tiny for you.
Yeah, it's a halfling-sized cloak.
It's cool. Could use it for a spell. You know, you need tiny cloaks for some spells.
All right, you can keep that if you want. You can mark it off of your inventory if you want, Howler, and give it to her.
Dark green cloak.
All right, dark green cloak. You now have that. Just in case you need it for something. Alright, so Zill, she'll walk up and say, oh, well, I was looking through the city to see if there was an airport of some sort, it's basically a cable car station, that these things run on the ley line, so they have to build a really tall building in order to get to where the ley line is, and then the airship would just slide in, sort of like if it was on a cable. So she was looking for one of those. She says, well, there is one, but I didn't get a chance to go there. Seems like most of the refugees here aren't actually from here, so I had a hard time figuring out where it was. So we can go there if you would like. I do have directions from the bar.
Did you see anyone in the airfield?
I didn't get a chance to go there yet.
Looks like we're the first.
All right, you guys ready to go, or do you want to finish reading your book?
Sure. Finish reading the book.
All right, so everybody just sits there for another 5 minutes. Yeah, it seems like this person finished writing the book by saying, "Look out for the men in cloaks. They're everywhere. Don't trust anybody." That's the sort of gist that you get from the end of the book.
I turn to everybody else here, and I say, "Are you really men in cloaks?"
Well, I do have a cloak.
So do I.
Or several.
It's more like, it's a bib. Okay.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
It isn't very helpful.
Okay.
You're not sure if you can trust this author at all, based on how paranoid they are.
Okay.
So, that's all that you get out of it.
I return the book to its spot and let's skedaddle.
All right. So everybody gets up and gets ready. Zill would have taken out a book and just leafed through it for a couple seconds, but nothing too interesting. All right. So you guys head towards where the cable car station is, basically. So it's just when you get there, it's just sort of a bunch of regular buildings that are next to it. It's in the business district of the city, so where a bunch of stores would be. There's a bazaar not too far from here, and there's other businesses like roideries or whatever the word is. The places where they get documents officialized and everything is nearby. A bunch of other businesses are nearby that you might need, like blacksmiths and those sorts of things are nearby. There's not very many people here at the moment, though, because it seems like the place where they set out the food was in the main town square, which this is slightly off from, so the people are over in that direction. It doesn't seem like anybody really has any interest in selling stuff here very much, so there's not many people here, but there are some. And this is just a really, really, really tall building. It's about 70 feet across, and it's just the interior of this building is like anybody who's familiar with these types of buildings would know that it's probably just inside is a few crates, storage areas on some of the floors as you're going up, but it's mostly just a staircase. So you guys are outside it for the moment. I'll say about 50 feet away, just in case you want to do anything.
I guess I would look if I see anyone.
Alright, I'll say make a perception check. Alright, no one's really loitering around here. There are a few people that walk by every so often, but it seems like they're heading towards where the bazaar is. Possibly there might be a store or two that's still running, but it doesn't seem like too many people are walking by. Yeah, it's just a couple people walking by. There's nobody that is loitering near the door or anything. To this, it's sort of like a spire, and it just has like on top of it has a round portion, and that's where the ships would pull in and then leave to go the other direction. But there's nobody standing nearby that you can see anyway.
So I guess I would just stealth naturally, probably just behind somebody, but I will move towards the door.
Alright, Zill is there and Ost is there.
Could he cling on to me to look like a tiny little halfling backpack or something?
Yeah, it's one of my features.
Yeah, he can hide behind anybody who is one size taller than him, at least. So he can
medium.
instantly... Yeah, so since you're medium, he can hide behind you.
Alright, Tiny, let's go.
And Zill is also there. So you guys approach, I assume? Alright, so you just push open the door. Nope, nobody.
The door, what does the door look like? Like oak door?
It's just a wooden door on a stone building, so it's just built into the stone.
Okay. Is there like...
It's got like a doorknob and everything.
Yeah, is there a knocker or...
No, there's no knocker. The door is currently closed.
Before we open it, can we check for traps?
Okay.
If you wish to, you can sort of peek out from behind, have a look. Yeah, investigation. This door does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. I'll keep looking for traps.
Can I Arcana on the door just to see if it's held closed by magic?
Sure, you can do that.
Cool. 12.
You don't see any visible runes or anything. No, like, you know when you see like a hot road and you can see like the wavy stuff? There's none of that, which would indicate any magical effects on the door that you can see anyway. You don't see anything.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
Alright, you knock on the door. You don't hear anything from within.
Try to open the door.
Alright, you turn the knob, push the door, it opens. No swinging blades or anything, it just opens.
Look inside.
It's reasonably empty. There's crates that are of a stairway that's in the middle of the room, and it seems to be leading to an upper area where there's two staircases that go left and right from where you're standing. You don't see anyone in there. It's quite dark, though. There's no torches on or anything, and there's no windows either.
So even with the dark vision, I can't see very far into it.
You don't see anybody in there, but you can see with your dark vision, but you don't see anybody.
Push the door and walk inside.
All right, you guys go inside. There's a staircase in front of you that seems to be going up to the upper floors, and crates on either side. Other than that, there's nothing too interesting.
I say kind of loudish, hello.
I pull up my daggers as you do.
You hear echoing through the building. Nothing. No answers. You don't even hear footsteps of anybody moving or anything inside.
All right, well, let's go up.
Well, first
All
there's
right.
some crates there. I'll take a look at those.
All right.
All right.
I
Fair
tried
enough.
to open one with my crowbar.
All right. So you just pry that one open. This particular box. Let's see. That box. Most of the crates are empty, but the one box that has something interesting in it is, and it's not really that interesting. It's just got some clothes in it.
What
Well,
kind of
there's
clothes?
Perhaps this.
What kind of clothes?
Traveler's clothes is on half of it, and fancy clothes are on the other. Seems like maybe a store owner ordered some clothes and it never got picked up, maybe? You're not sure? It's just a big crate full of clothes.
Hey, Tiny, do you want some oversized clothes?
I mean, the fancy ones, I'm sure I could sell them at some point. I take all the
If you want
fancy
to take
clothes
it. Alright.
into the
You
bag of
have
holding.
30 complete outfits of fancy clothes. And since you have a bag of holding, I'm not going to worry about anything. You can have all of them if you want them.
Nice.
Alright. So you have 30 complete outfits. And some of them come with hats. If you want to take those as well, you can. They come with
Oh, what
hats.
kind of hats are there?
They're like berets and different silken hats. Like some of them are for ladies, so like fancy looking hats.
Sure, why not?
Like
I'll
wider.
take on one of the silk hats.
All right. So you have those. They even come with boots and gloves, which the gloves are silken as well as the rest of the clothing. The boots, however, are just fancied up leather, so you can take those. Those count as part of the outfit. So if you want to take the complete outfits, you can just take those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other crates are empty. It seems like you look at the labels on the empty crates, and most of them seem to have been foodstuffs. So you assume that the people who have been living here just raided this place, made sure that there was nothing too good in here.
So shall we move on?
You can if you wish.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so there's a few more floors. I'll just say that you guys look through those. There's nothing too much interesting. A couple jewelry boxes, like crates full of like random jewelry.
Oh, those are going in the bag.
Alright. I'll say that you take 3 chests, like little chests about this big, full of jewelry. Because you can't take too much, otherwise your bag would be too full. I'll say that you take 3 of those. The most expensive looking stuff, not the cheaper stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't too much interesting in these crates. Like blacksmithing tools or things like that. So if you wanted tools, like artisan tools of any sort, you can a set of those if you need.
I'll ignore those.
Right. If anybody needs a set of artisan tools that they specialize in and don't have for some reason, then you can grab one of those. Yeah, nothing else too interesting. So there's like 5, 6, 7 floors of virtually nothing. shipping lists, those sorts of things. Nothing too interesting. So you get to the actual docking station. You walk in and you don't see any actual ships there. There's no airship just docked there. But there is there's a space on this side, and there was a staircase that would allow you to get onto the other side, and there's crates on both sides.
More unboxings.
All right, so investigation for both of those crates, those sets of crates.
Yeah, and say what you were saying.
How big are the crates?
They're quite big. These ones are even bigger than the ones that you guys have been looking through. These ones are about a regular person's arm's length, both sides. They are bigger than that.
Okay.
So they're quite big. So if you wish to look through either side, you can look through. Investigation.
Really?
All right. So
Really?
we'll say that Howler is looking through the other side. All right. So I'll start with Howler since his is on the top. You started with the other side, I'll just say, to be a bit generous. So you find that this particular crate that you're looking through, there's two of these huge crates on either side, on like left and right on both sides. So there's 4 crates in total. So that's what you guys are looking through. Okay, so the first crate that Howler's looking through, let's see. Okay, so the first crate Howler's looking through, you see what looks like large pieces of wood that seem to be like they seem to be almost like torches. Like they look like large pyres or something like that. It's basically a wooden pole with 4 rounded pieces of wood that curve up, and then they have like connective mesh in between that is made of wood also. Seems like they're made to hold something, but you're not sure what.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. So.
All right, and on the other side, same thing. And it seems like there's 4 of them in total. So there's 2 in one crate and 2 in the other crate. You're not sure what they're for. So we'll move on to Oz. In the first crate, you see what looks like very, very, very big gems. Very large gems.
Okay.
They're about this big, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet in height, and they seem to be they come to a point and then they go out until they get to the middle, and then they go back to a point, and there is 4 of them in this crate, and the other crate doesn't. It seems like it's empty.
Empty.
Yeah, the second crate is empty.
Okay. Can I arcana the gems? Maybe they have magical properties.
Sure.
Cool.
Wow. You critted it. So, yes, these things definitely are magical. Their properties are, they're called, where's the name for them? I think they're called floater gems. These things are what you place on an airship to make it fly.
Okay. And there were 4 of them, correct? Cool.
And you would normally you would place them in holders, which are made of wood, usually, and you place them on each corner of this, or 2 on the front and 2 on the back of the ship. And you would place them in these holders, and then you would have to activate them in order for the ship to be able to fly.
With my role, would I have knowledge of that?
Yes.
Cool.
You would know that you would have to place them in the holders in order to get the ship to fly. And usually you place them on... You can make a specified airship, but you can also put them on seafaring vessels. They work just as well.
Cool. I'm going to call over to Howler and show him, like, this is some legit stuff that we should probably take with us.
Yes, they seem to be worth quite a lot. And I'll start trying to put them in the bag of holding without knowing what they do.
Sure, you put them in the bag of holding. Your bag of holding is getting quite full, though.
Oh.
After all the stuff that you've just been randomly shoving in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might want to unload some of this stuff before you leave the city.
Yeah.
So, before you leave, Howler, are you going to tell Ost what was in the other crates?
I tell her there was nothing too interesting. You can have a look at it if you want.
I think we spent too much time here. We should probably finish up what we need to do.
All right.
Oh yeah, and do you say what the crystals do, or is it just money?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you say what the crystal does, or
Oh
is
yeah,
it
absolutely.
just money? Okay.
I'll probably just tell you that they're floater gems, and we will probably need these later on. If we can't find a floater ship or a sky ship, we can use them for a seafaring ship.
Oh, we actually have a ship. That's what we got her in.
Do we even need to continue, or can we just take these gems with us?
I mean, we needed something else, right? Is that what's in the other containers? If you take a look at them.
I couldn't find anything in the other one. If you want to take a look, another set of eyes is better.
I meant the ones over at my side. I'm just wondering if that's what you're supposed to put them in.
Might be. How many were there?
4.
Yeah, take them with us.
All right, so these things are quite big, and you'll have to carry them. You can't put them in the bag of holding.
Okay. Did we bring Jaden?
You didn't, but I can say that you go and tell him that they're there and to go get them later.
I'll try to make other people carry them, basically.
Alright, fair enough. So yes, these things that Howler found are holders for the gems. You would have to attach them to the ship, and they do in the middle of the 4-pronged thing. They have like a little holder that is made of metal, and the gems come down to rest when the ship is not flying. And then when the ship is flying, the gems float, and then the way that the wood is shaped, the energy is focused into them and lifts up the ship based on the holders. So it connects to the, like, if you were to say want to sink one of these ships, you would have to disconnect the holders, and then the ship would fall from the sky because the float away into the air, sort of like a balloon connected to a little basket. If you just disconnected the balloon would fly away. That's sort of how it works.
Yeah.
Since you got a crit on your Arcana, you would know all this.
Okay.
So you can tell your companions that you have those. All right. So we'll say that you guys leave. All right. So you guys head back to the bar. I'll say that it's getting dark out at this point, and everybody's at the bar. So you can just say, I'll just say that you guys tell Jaden that those things are there, and you might want to pick those up for when you guys leave. Figure out a way that you can guys can actually carry those, because those are actually quite big. They're like,
So one person can't carry them.
yeah, the pole part of it is 7 feet tall, and then the basket part of it is big enough to uh, hold the gems, which the gems are about this big. So that's the holder part in the middle, and then it has 4 prongs that are sticking out of it that are quite big.
New plan, we sell the gems.
Well, you can take the gems with you, that's for sure. If you
mean,
want to, if you put those wooden things with you, you definitely could convert the ship that you guys came on into an airship. But if you don't bring those things with you, then you wouldn't be able to.
maybe we'll come back for them. What do you guys think? Maybe we can put them somewhere safe. Or just lock the crates again. People probably won't realize what it is. I didn't.
So we lock the crates and then come back for them?
No, and then just leave without the crates.
Oh, yeah.
Because
let's do that.
we were kind of planning to take out the captains of the shadow captains. And there's one in Plaza de la Montagna. The one in this region we don't have a lot of information on, so we were going to return to the temple before we dealt with her.
Okay. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
So yeah, I guess we'll head towards Plaza de la Montagna after I sell some clothes.
All right.
You're gonna
right,
split
so-
some of that money, right?
Perhaps.
All right, so it is evening, and you guys are at the bar. What do you wish to do before you guys have a rest?
Sell the fancy outfits.
All right, so
and
you
jewel
had
boxes.
3 jewel boxes. Okay, so it is the apocalypse, so you're gonna have to try to actually work to find somebody to sell this stuff to. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make 1 investigation check to start with.
I'm gonna use luck.
All right.
No, I don't
Nice.
have luck. No, I used luck. Yeah, I don't have.
All right, so you got an 18. That
No,
is
I got a 6 because I don't have luck.
Oh, you don't have any luck?
Yeah, we haven't slept, right?
Okay. So you spend an hour looking for somebody. It doesn't look like in the areas that you're looking, which is in the main square where most of the people are, there's nobody who wants to buy anything.
I'm looking for like the bazaar to see if there's any shops there.
All right, so you head over to the bazaar. Make another investigation check. Exact same number. You go through the bazaar. You're looking through most of the shops. It doesn't look like anybody's around at the moment, and it doesn't look like you can tell which shops had somebody in it at this point. It is kind of late, so you.
Are people around me? Or do anyone see me?
There is no one around at this time.
Wow, another 2.
But yeah, I try
Alright,
to go to the different shops and look in the windows and see what I see.
Alright, make another investigation check. This will be the 3rd hour of you being gone.
Okay. I only
Exact
rolled
same
this.
number. Okay, what I'm gonna get you to do, since you keep on getting the same number, I'm gonna get you to roll again. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Yeah,
Yay.
nice.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, this time, since you're stealthing around, I was gonna give you advantage, but anyway, it's fine. You look through one of the shops. Used to be a jeweler shop, which also has like fancy outfits to go with the jewelry, it seems, or perhaps vice versa, jewelry to go with the fancy outfits. So it's like an outfitter shop. It's quite specialized, and it seems like in the apocalypse, perhaps the people wouldn't normally be keeping up a shop like this. But you see that there seems to be a back area that you didn't notice before, and it's covered by curtains. But this is like an open bazaar shop, so it's just like a counter, and then you can see in the back area there's a curtain, and when you were looking, it sort of like moved a little bit, so you can see that there's a back area behind the counter.
Is the door
But it doesn't
locked?
seem like anybody's there at the moment.
Is the door locked?
The counter, you can climb over the counter, or there's a little thing that you can flip up, and it doesn't appear to like it's stuck or anything, so you can just
so I'm
flip that
inside
up
there.
if you want. You can just go in.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anybody's there, though.
I look for any sort of cash register or something similar, or some boxes.
There is a bell on the counter, like one of those things that you go ding for service.
Yeah, I don't press that.
Okay. There's nothing. There's no apparent from this side, unless if you go in. There's nothing apparent.
Yeah, like I
On the
cross the
counter.
desk stealthily.
All right.
Hopefully.
All right. Since you have low enough that this person can actually detect you for your stealth, whereas normally they probably wouldn't. They are going to try to perceive you. Nope. So for the moment, you are hidden, and it doesn't seem like anybody's noticed you. So make an investigation check for whatever it is you're looking for.
Boxes with money. Gold, copper, silver.
All right. Go ahead.
Investigation. 7. That's better.
No. You don't see any. You see boxes of stuff, but it's just stuff. And you're trying to unload stuff at the moment. So
Yeah.
you might
I'll
not want to
go-
take this.
I'll go back around and I'll ring the bell.
All right. Fair enough. You ring the bell. Just gonna roll something here. You hear somebody in the back shuffle around, and you hear, "We're closed."
I thought you were open 24/7.
You hear grunting, and you hear something shuffling in the back, and you see the curtain open.
Oh, what happened? I think he lagged out.
So the curtain opened. Does this happen a lot?
No.
Okay.
Maybe his PC crashed or something.
There he is.
Am I back?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. I did notice that everybody is sort of froze in the mid-sentence, so I guess it happened there.
The curtain opened, is what we heard.
Yes. Okay. So my connection might have just disconnected for a second. Okay, so a curtain opened, and you see it's a pretty tall, buff-looking dragonborn. He is a he is a blue dragonborn, so he has blue scales. He walks out and he says, "Do you think that an outfitter shop would be open 24/7?"
Well, I'm not around. Well, I'm not from around here. I say where I come from, they're open whenever I come.
Good excuse. He walks over and he puts his hands on the counter and he says, "What do you need, little one?"
I start pulling out set of clothes, on one after another. All 30.
He raises an eyebrow.
I see you're selling clothes. Are you buying too?
Not very lucrative these days, but sure. How many of these is this? And he starts looking at the quality of the stuff.
30. Full sets with boots
30
and
of them.
hats.
All right. He starts taking everything and looking at them. You don't happen to have jewelry, too? He seems to be
Actually,
acting
I
sarcastic.
do. And I start pulling out 3 crates of jewelry. Are you also buying jewelry? His connection cut again.
Maybe he's not. He'll be back.
Yeah. Something's up with his internet today.
Well, last time mine kept spazzing out.
Yeah, it happens.
Jewels.
Oh yeah, you kept lagging out again. Or
Hello.
hello?
Hi.
Okay, so I appear to be having connection issues. I'll try to get this portion out. So the Dragonborn had like the half moon shaped little glass on his eye so that way he could see. So he examines your jewels, and I'll say that a half hour.
Maybe. I was going to rejoin a call. No, he's duplicated himself.
Somehow. Hopefully. Issues. There.
I think it's still a problem.
Hello?
Hello? If you're having internet problems, maybe just turn off your camera and close anything in the background.
I'm not. I'm perfectly connected to everything else except this. So I don't know what's... having problems at all. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to, since it's working at the moment, I'm going to try to get through this.
He examines the jewels, is the last thing we heard.
Alright, so he was examining the jewels, and he was examining the clothes and everything. And after the half hour passes, he says, alright, so 100 gold for the clothes, 3 crates of jewelry. He starts tallying up. And he says, okay, so he says, okay, 20 platinum for the jewelry.
I'm sure you could do better than that. And can I roll persuasion or?
You can try.
Yeah, nice.
Alright, so he says, no. These are hard times and that's it. Final offer.
Fine. These aren't useful to me anyway.
Alright, so he walks behind the curtain and he comes out with your money and then he starts gathering up the stuff.
Okay.
Anything else, sir?
Well, I do have more jewelry. I don't know if you... No, I'll keep them. Maybe I'll get a better deal somewhere else.
Sure. The apocalypse. It's just a smorgasbord of different jewelry sellers.
Yeah, my bag was filling up, so I had to get rid of some. So, pleasure doing business with you, and I leave.
Yes, I can't say the same. And then he goes back.
Yeah, I'll just head back for a night.
Alright.
Oh
So
yeah,
he just
first,
takes the stuff that you gave him. Alright.
First I'll give you 150 gold.
Alright, so Ost has 150 more gold.
Or 15 platinum, whatever you prefer.
Seems fine to me. All right. Thank you.
Alright. So, alright, let's see. So, anything else that you guys want to do before your long rest?
No. I need my luck.
Alright.
I need sleep.
Ost. Alright. So, long rest begins. So the first thing that Ost is going to notice is that Avery doesn't come back during the night. At least before you start going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. So the others of the group, do you tell Jaden about the wooden things that are in the...
Yeah, but I think it's better we come back for them later.
He says, well, I could always see if there's a cart, an extra cart that we could use to take it back.
I mean, it's no point dragging it all the way to Plaza de la Montagne.
Zill said that she wanted to go back to the ship, so she could just take it back to the ship.
I mean, if Sil wants to do that, that's fine.
All right, I'll go talk to my grandfather, see if something that we can take it with.
So just prepare to leave at dawn.
All right. And he goes. He appears to be going to wherever John is at the moment.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. Toric, he doesn't really have anything to say. Zill doesn't really have anything to say. Okay, so long rest starts. Do you guys leave the door unlocked for Jaden to come back, or do you just?
No. If he knocks,
All right.
I'll probably open it, but
All right, fair enough. So here's what's going to happen. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 perception rolls from both of you. One from Threenen as well. Threenen. Perception. Working. Apparently it's not rolling his perception.
yeah, because you're lagging out.
I rolled like 5 of them. Alright, so I'm just going to take the top 2. So 16 and 22. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so 16 and 22. Alright. So, here's what happens. Ost. Yeah, because the other guys aren't going to notice it as fast as you do. So, Ost, you hear outside a commotion. It sounds like something is going on outside the window. You're not sure what.
Okay. I get up and go check out the window.
All right. It seems as though there is a person running through the streets with a torch out, and they seem to be shouting about something.
Do you want me to roll perception so I can hear what they're saying?
Yes. If you want to hear what they're saying, yeah.
20.
All right. So here's what you hear. They're running through the streets with a torch out. They're sort of banging on people's doors, and they're saying, "Get up! We're under attack! Get up!"
I yell for everybody else, hey, something's going on. We should probably wake up.
All right,
We're on the second floor, or the floor above you.
That's why my character was yelling.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably run up the stairs to the second floor and the third floor. And is anybody sleeping on the third floor?
All right.
I think we're on the fourth and you're on the third.
Okay.
You were on the 3rd floor, and they were on the 4th floor.
My mistake. I thought it was another arrangement. Okay, I'm gonna go from the 3rd floor to the 4th floor to wake up all my companions.
So, you guys haven't gotten a full rest at this point. I'll just say that much. So, Howler, you hear banging on the door.
What is it? What
Somebody's
is
yelling.
it?
Somebody's yelling downstairs, saying that they're
Is
under
it
attack.
important?
Yes.
Oh. I'll get up then.
All right. So, Thrainin, he is going to get up as well. Toric, he's going to stay in bed, and so is Zill. Jaden is not in the room, you notice. So he didn't come up at any point. So
Did you do something, Train?
Thrainin, you're talking to?
Yeah.
He says, no, I didn't do anything.
Very well then. And I'll just look at them.
Okay, he goes out to the door and he says, where's this person?
Oh yeah, where's the person that was under our bed the whole time? I check under our bed. We
The
had
person
someone
who
knocked
was
out there.
Yeah, you guys did. And the person who is under the bed is still under the bed.
Okay.
And they're trying to struggle to get out, but they're tied up too.
I throw some sleep aid in their face. Go to sleep.
They've been struggling this entire time. So I'll say that you did that before. You guys went to sleep.
Okay.
So he says, where is this person who needs help?
Outside. Someone's yelling, saying we're under attack.
Okay. Did you see anything attacking?
No, but usually with a warning, you get a warning and then the attack. I'm hoping we can attack the attack before the warning turns into attack. That doesn't make sense.
I think I'll hide. But I'll come with you. Yeah, I'll just hide immediately behind Train.
It's probably a smart idea. I'm gonna look out the window to see if we are under attack just yet. It's 11. I don't know. It's dark and stuff.
Yeah, he froze again.
Very effective. So
You froze again. We didn't hear what you were saying.
Can you hear what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like it's just coming in and out for some reason. It happened before. I don't know why it's happening because it doesn't say that I'm disconnected for any amount of time. But I don't know. Yeah, it seems like the person who's doing the warning isn't very effective at it because nobody's waking up. They start heading towards you because they see that you guys are awake. None of the other soldiers are coming out.
We'll never.
The other soldiers. Oh.
He's back. We'll never finish the story.
I was just about to say the other soldiers disconnected.
All right. That was weird. It actually kicked me off Google Hangouts for a second. Or it was not doing anything.
I mean, we have 2 hours. I mean, we have quite some time left. Why don't we try to remake the call? Because this is...
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's try that.
Second. I'll end it. So I'll send the other invite in the
Okay.
chat of the other one. So